Say definitely genetics and an effort to get better. My grandfather, he used to be a bodybuilder. He competed against Arnold, so I definitely had the genetics to get bigger. So I just had to implicate that into the weight room.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Do you do any weightlifting? I mean, not just, but like competitively. Like,
I don't do any competitive weightlifting, but I do take pride in weightlifting for sure.
So I heard you. I kind of caught the beginning of that, but how much did you grow and how quickly?
So I went from in high school, sophomore year, I was about 5'10", 150 pounds, to about 6'3", 230 at the end of it.
How long did it take you to kind of develop into that body? Because that's two different positions, a lot of different things you could do with that kind of size.
It took a lot of puberty to help with that. So it just took a lot of eating, a lot of weight room, a lot of training off the field, and just a lot of development.
Do you have a favorite meal?
I love chocolate milk and I love pizza.
Hey, Jordan, you might have been asked this before, but if you don't mind, what would be the scouting report you would give yourself for fans who are coming to the games? What can they expect to see out of you?
I feel like I'm a very electric player. I'm very twitchy, so I feel like they can expect to see me in the backfield a lot. I feel like I can be a difference maker the next year.
In the best case scenario, what role do you see yourself playing this season?
I feel like I could help in the games. I feel like I could definitely get some good game time. But that's all in development, so I have to compete against my teammates. They're really good players, so it's all in the air right now.
Speed-wise, how happy with where you're at? I saw the video. You were cruising there. But how quick have you been and timed and how has that translated for you?
It's translated really well. The strength coaches here are really well. They've really trained me well and everything. I ran a 4.7, 4.40 here. So I'm really excited to just carry on getting faster and faster. I feel like there's a lot more potential for me.
You got a lot of playing time in the bowl game. What did that mean for your development, for your confidence, things like that?
It meant a lot to be able to show my coaches what I've learned, show my friends and players just how much I can implicate and help this team. So it meant a lot to me.
What's your hometown in South Africa? What's your hometown in South Africa?
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. Okay. That was the one thing I didn't ask earlier. Anything else?
When did you move to you or your country? When did you move to the States?
When I was 10 years old.
So I read that you volunteer Pee Wee football coaching.
Yes, sir.
What was that experience like coaching those kids? And did you even have to hold back at some times and maybe realize, this isn't college football, it's Pee Wee?
I mean, at that young age, they just really try to learn the fundamentals of football. So it was a fun experience. I did it with a friend. So it was just fun. You can't teach them everything at once because they're not going to retain that. So just to really give them the love of the game was the main point back then. Just start something good for them.
I didn't know about that. What is that up here? You're doing that, or when?
No, I was doing that when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
What did that teach you about the game that helped you as a player?
It showed me the coaching aspects, how much it can really bring, and how much you can really implicate on a player. If you have a great coach, that can really help a lot with a player's development mindset and way they just perceive the game. So it meant a lot to me.
When did you start playing football yourself?
I started in 10th grade.
Okay, so it's all new.
Yeah, for sure.
How was it a quick process for you to learn, or do you feel like you were kind of a natural at it, or is it tougher than it may seem, considering how quickly you've gotten here?
I would say at first it didn't come easy my first year, but then after that, when I changed positions to defense, it really became an easy thing.
You're just going after people.
Yeah, just going after people.
What did you know about Penn State growing up? I hate when people get asked that question, but I think it's pertinent to you. Did you know anything about this place?
Oh, for sure. I knew it was a very respected program. I knew they've done a lot in this program recently. I knew that the fan base was one of the biggest. Everyone hears about Beaver Stadium and the whiteouts and everything, so that really just gave me this fantasy of how great Penn State was.
What was your first whiteout like? What did you think of it?
It was an amazing experience. It's nothing like running out in front of that many people screaming. It's a magical moment.
That's been some other huge stadiums out there. What's that just like? Going to other, even away games and things like that. What's that experience like?
It's really humbling. It shows how really blessed God is. God's done for me, and I'm just blessed every day to be able to do that. It's a one-time opportunity. I'm just so thankful for it.
Last thing for me is just what are you studying here?
I'm studying communications.
Any specific focus, or do you want to do this?
I don't know.
Not after this, right?
I just want to play football. That's my main goal. I want to play in the league.
Is there a focus for you right now, or are you still trying to figure that out?
Football is all I know
Okay.
right now.
Fair enough.
So,
Anything else, Greg?
Is there a sporting event you attended back home that compares to something you've played in front of here?
no, there's nothing like this. South Africa, they don't have the crowds like this, so it's really amazing.
Hey, Jordan, what motivates you as a player?
I definitely say I'm motivated to do things that other people aren't. So I take that as a blessing from God. You know, like I'm able to run out in front of 100,000 people. That's really a blessing. Not many people get to do that. So just being able to do things that other people aren't, I take that as a blessing.
Any teammates along the defensive line or even anywhere else that have kind of helped get you acclimated to the program and to college?
Definitely PJ Mustapher and Nick Tarburn. They really taught me a lot. They're very wise players, very helpful players. They just really developed me overall. I'm really happy for that. I'm thankful for that.
What does it mean to have PJ back this season?
It means a lot, you know. He has a lot. He's like, I see him as like a coach to me. He really teaches me a lot. So like, I'm really thankful that he's back to just be able to learn and develop more while he's here.
Do you think his injury, which enabled a lot of guys to play, makes you guys stronger this year in a way?
For sure, you know, there's a lot of game experience allowed for other players to prove themselves and show what they're able to do. So I really feel like it helps us in the long run.
Is it a more confident room?
Yeah, it's definitely a more confident room with more people being able to play and having more game-like experiences for sure.
Not really.
Best pizzas you've ever had?
I'd say at my JUCO we used to have it in the caf. They would make some great pizza.